Alright, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So a comedian friend of mine messaged me today critiquing the joke I put at the end of last night's episode. For those of you who don't know, I did my first stand-up gig in 7 months on Wednesday night, and I put a 50 second clip of it at the end of last night's episode. So my comedian friend messaged me and he's like, that was funny up until the self-mutilation part. I'm like, fuck you, nerd. It sucked until the self-mutilation. That's the funniest part. Just because you didn't like it and the audience members didn't like it and potential future audience members won't like it doesn't mean it's not good. I like it and that's all that fucking matters. And I figured out a way I'm going to finish that joke now because it's obviously not finished. I can't just stand there howling at the moon, cutting myself, screaming I can feel again. I have to tie a little bow around it so it's palatable for the fucking masses. If it was just me, that's all I would be doing. I would be actually on the stage, cutting myself, howling at the moon, screaming I can feel again. That would be my whole fucking set. So this is how I'm going to finish the joke now. I'm in Kmart. I'm in the outdoor furniture section. I'm cutting myself with a box cutter. And I'm screaming, I can finally feel now. Like I said, that is funny enough for me. If I didn't have to appease the mainstream, I would just leave it there. But this is how I'm going to close out that joke now. So I'm on the ground in outdoor furniture, bleeding out, crying. And then a Kmart employee walks over to me, bends down, takes my temperature and says, 36.2, he's fine. Bam. Genius. You're seeing behind the curtains here. You're seeing how all the mechanisms move, all the gears and cogs fit in together. You are watching genius unfold in real time. This is like being there when Einstein figured out space is like a fabric. Everyone was going, shut up, fuckhead. That's never going to work. What do you mean a fabric? And the Stein just stuck to his guns. It's the same as me. Everyone's trying to tell me cutting yourself with a box cutter in Kmart in the outdoor furniture aisle is a bit too much. And I'm sticking to my guns. I'm saying, fuck you. Watch. I'll turn you into a believer. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going out on too much of a limb when I say Einstein's theories and my joke are going to change the world in a similar type of way. That joke has a pretty short shelf life anyway. Probably about a month max. Actually, I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to be using it in 8 months. I'll just change the premise. Instead of making it about lockdown, I'll just make it about like winter or something. How bad was winter? Oh, it was so bad. The first day of summer, I went into Kmart, started cutting myself with a box cutter. See, it still works. Alrighty, so it's Friday. What's happening? It's fucked up Friday and we've got a big weekend coming up. We've got the Million MAGA March this weekend into DC. Good luck to everyone attending that. Congratulations to the cunt selling red hats. He's done well, the red hat guy. I don't predict anything going wrong with the Million MAGA March. That should all go pretty smoothly. I'm sure they're just marching on DC to articulate their frustrations in a very calm and civil way. Is there a counter-protest to that, like the 18 Antifa March? Who knows, but enjoy yourself out there, kids, if you're going to it. And let's get stuck into a fucked up Friday. This is where listeners encourage other listeners to get sloppy with their sloppy stories. So the fucked up Friday story this week was from a lovely lady out there in Canada. Oh, Canada. This lovely lady has full turned her life around. She's gone from fucking crazy drunk to holding AA meetings. So if you're in Canada or anywhere in the world, I think she does some on Zoom as well, and you want to attend an AA meeting, hit me up and I'll see if she can squeeze you in. She's a great fucking bird. And if you want to send in a fucked up Friday story, send it in to my social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. I will read out all the fucked up Friday stories that get sent in. So don't worry, just send them in. Okay, let's get to it. So this was sent in, I'm going to say her name. She didn't mention not to. So this was sent in by the lovely Ashley in Canada. So here we go. So one Saturday night during what turned out to be the beginning of a month-long bender. Fuck, that's a pretty good bender, a month long. You're never the same person at the end of a month-long bender as you were at the start, are you? The person that starts is completely different to the person at the end. And usually about 3 weeks of the 4-week bender are a fucking nightmare. That is, unless you eat and sleep. You've got to eat and sleep if you're doing a month-long bender. That's a tip for you. Alright, getting back to it. So I decided to go for a walk to the store pretty late. I'd say around 1 a.m. I wanted darts. Fucking that melts my heart. That wasn't even me saying darts. That was her writing darts. They call cigarettes darts in Canada as well. Darts is one of the best words in the entire world. I want to bring the word darts to the rest of the world. If that's the only thing I ever do with my life is spread the word darts, I'll be happy. I'll be content. So she went at 1 a.m. to get some darts and some munchies so I could sit in front of my TV watching Netflix for fuck knows how long until I black out. So I do that, somehow exchange phone numbers with the guy at the convenience store that I had a crush on. Shoot for the stars, baby. Shoot for the fucking stars. That fucking hottie down at 7-Eleven you've had your eye on for a while. And then I don't remember anything else. The next morning, I wake up and get my stuff ready to do the laundry. I head downstairs to the laundry room and a guy walks in. Note, I just moved into this building and didn't know many of my neighbours. So he proceeds to ask me how my Saturday night went. So I told him I had a pretty relaxed night and then asked him about his. He said a random girl decided to walk into his house while he was completely naked in his kitchen, make herself at home on his couch, and then run out the door screaming. I didn't see anything when she realised where she was and that it wasn't her apartment. Turns out the random girl was me. He thought I was the pizza delivery person. He then told me he'll never leave his door unlocked ever again. And that was the first encounter with my neighbour. We ended up becoming very good friends, and I'd throw him a blowy every now and then. Alright, I added the blowy bit for a little bit of fucking sauce. But thank you for sending in the Fucked Up Friday. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you the fuck later.